I'd like to see really is that it's state of the art, not only because it's the most scientifically advanced, we have the most expensive equipment, which would be nice. It would be a way of honoring our elderly if nandyan yung bagong MRI, di ba? Yung, kasi sila naman yung nagkakasakit. Di syempre, gandahan mo, bumili ka na nung magagaling na equipment. But also, the simple things in life that many of them were deprived of. And what is this? Space, clean air. You know, kung gawing bakasyonan man yan, I would be happy to. Like, it's a geriatric and wellness hospital and resort. Something like that, Mr. President, because I would love to age that way. I would love to be able to have a center where I can go to na pumunta ako doon to consult with my doctor, and then, well, hopefully this doesn't happen for another 25 years. But that is my dream for the elderly and for myself and for my children when they get older also, that you'll go to a place that also makes you happy. Hindi lang, I have to go there because I'm gonna die. You know, you want to live well. So that will be the kind of amendments Your Honor can expect from me. Like, umpisahan na rin lang natin to. Let's make it state of the art. Let's make it an amazing place for people to want to visit and to want to avail of the services. I had a discussion because I happen to handle the budget of DSWD, and I told the secretary that I've come across, I think it's in one of the Nordic countries, dementia village. So that is my inspiration, that I was asking my team for our numbers, and currently as of 2020, 0.9% of the population as of 2020, we have 1 million senior citizens with dementia.
Wow.
So, but I'm not singling out dementia. There's a whole, maybe we have another million citizens who are not that mobile, that they need assistance. But do they need assistance, therefore give them a wheelchair? Or do they need to be in an environment where they will be taught how to exercise and take care of themselves, so that they will not even need a wheelchair for the next 10 years. This is not even cutting edge technology. This is basic care that we should be extending to our seniors. So my point, Mr. President, is although we have a young population, tatanda din lahat yan. So tamang-tama talaga na ipasa natin ito, but let's take time to work hard on it. Let's work with DSWD, who sees the other dimension. I understand that the bill, it works clearly here. It states clearly here in Section 4F that the center will provide education and training for not just healthcare professionals, but also social workers and volunteer organizations. So tama to. It's really all in the right direction. I'm very excited to work with this. But we know that we have a shortage of specialized, we have a shortage of healthcare workers. The more specialized, the bigger the shortage. Our current ratio for geriatric specialists to patient is 1:60,000. So ang konti nun, di ba? So, sobrang konti ng ating specialist. But I always say in every interpellation, whether it's education or health, you can expand their services by precisely training other workers. So you train the social worker, you train the barangay health worker, you train the volunteer organizations. All of that is already in the bill, which is what excites me, because you may only have one geriatric specialist, but then you have a battalion of trained personnel. So you'll have the nurse who specialize in geriatrics. You'll have the technicians na sanay sa matatanda. May malaking pasensya sa matatanda. You have these volunteers. And my dream actually, Mr. President, is also to have care services for children, especially the neglected children, near the care services for the elderly, because they naturally need each other, the young and the old, and they naturally have experience to share with each other. The elderly can be nurturing to the young ones, and the young ones can provide the kind of physical support that these elderly lack. So these are just observations, Mr. President's ideas that I'm just dumping on the sponsor. Any response will be welcome.
Thank
I
you.
just wanted to share that.
Thank you so much for those, Mr. President. The good sponsors' advice about DOH taking its time will be very well taken. Ngayon pa lamang, dahil kino-contemplate po ng bill, ini-imagine niya that the PGC, the Philippine Geriatric Center, syempre, depende sa diskarte ng DOH, could undergo a 5 to 7 years phased implementation, at least. Mula po sa planning, site selection, construction, hiring, soft to full operations. Of course, as the good sponsor, as Her Honor mentioned, ang pinakamalaking hamon ay workforce shortage. Bukod sa funding, sustainability, interagency coordination at integration sa UHC at LGU networks, pati na ang pagsisiguro na makarating ang serbisyo sa mga rehiyon. And speaking of workforce shortage, again on point ang observation ng Her Honor, ang kakulangan pa talaga ng mga specialists natin para sa geriatric care. In fact, right now, based sa datos, 173 lang ang active geriatricians sa buong bansa. In a population approaching 120 million in the next few years, na slowly lumalaki din ang percentage ng mga older persons, kung kaya't in a few years, magigit na tayong slowly aging population. So this is one of the areas for workforce development and training. Maging national training hub ang PGC for geriatricians, nurses, therapists, and allied professionals. Ang ganda ng pangarap ng Her Honor tungkol sa physical look and feels, no, ng PGC. It would be wonderful kung magkaroon na tayo ng 1 hectare, walkable, puno ng puno, malinis ang hangin. In such a setting, pwede tayong hindi lang mangarap pero magplano dun sa magnitude na sinabi ni Her Honor na 5,000 outpatients. Malay natin, sa ngayon kasi, sa kasalukuyang National Center for Geriatric Health, dun po sa Jose Arias Memorial Medical Center, lumalabas 230 plus ang kanilang outpatient cases every day.
Per day.
Opo. So, ang laking force multiplier kung magkaroon ng in good time, without, while taking time, but in good time, magkaroon ng isang PGC na mas maluwag at mas may espasyo para sa outpatients seeking to cure or maintain their health, Mr. President.
I was just about to react, Mr. President, to that number, 230 outpatients. Can you imagine, Mr. President, 230 yan, malamang umaga pa lang nakapila na dyan. Malamang nakaupo lang yan sa bangko. Malamang lately ko lang nakita yung nauuso na yung pila na may upuan, di ba? Matatandaan na din yan. Of course, sitting is the new smoking. But when you're not feeling well, you need to sit down, di ba? Mahirap na yung nakatayo ka, pumipila ka. Can you imagine, is even if we don't even add to the number of patients that can be accommodated, pero itong 230, nandun sa may ilalim ng puno, nandun muna nagtinuturuan mag-meditation or kung anumang sayawan habang inaantay nila yung appointment nila. Di kaya mas okay yun, or nandun sila sa isang room na they can listen to calm music, they can watch performing arts, I don't know. But there's so much that they can do in lieu of just standing in line. That
Yes.
already, to me, would be already a more pleasant experience. Hindi ho ba, Madam Mr. President?
Opo, Mr. President. At Her Honor is right. At malamang kahit sa mga kinakailangang mag-inpatient, even for a while, mas maging positive yung
Exactly.
healing experience nila, yung patient experience nila, kung yung PGC ay magkaroon nga ng 100-bed capacity kumpara sa kasalukuyang 25-bed capacity lamang dun sa kasalukuyang National Center for Geriatric Health ng JRR
Na 25 lang.
MMC.
Oo,
25 lamang,
napakaliit.
Mr. President. Napakaliit po
Yes.
talaga. So, lumalabas, nasa 8 o 10 nakatatanda ang ina-admit nila araw-araw. And of course, we're always talking not just about the quantity but the quality of the care. So, maparami na yung kayang serbisyohan, outpatient man o inpatient. And then, mas gumanda din yung, at least yung setting for a high quality of care, Mr.
And
President.
idagdag ko na po dyan kasi I know her honor is taking notes, no?
Ano po?
Na yung meron din tayong facility that the loved ones can stay in, parang hostel type man lang for the loved ones na nag-aalaga nung kanilang elderly loved ones. So in other words, kung may serious case yun na kailangan nga niya ng inpatient care, sometimes hindi yan iiwanan ng anak di ba? Tapos saan yan magsistay? I mean, it's a nightmare. So sana kasama din yan sa planning nila, di ba? Parang kahit dormitory style para they still are near their loved ones. In the US, I think familiar ang ating kasamahan. They call it it's a volunteer program. It's called the Ronald McDonald House. There's a whole movie on this. I watched it on the plane one day. This female doctor, I don't know if it's the 1950s. She ended up creating that whole support system for people with serious ailments. Kasi yung specialty niya, if I'm not mistaken, was blood disorders, and a lot of them had a high chance of dying. So they needed long-term care in the hospital. So naghanap siya ng paraan na may private funders who would put up this facility. So I wanted to be part of this dream for a holistic geriatric center, because who of us want to be sick or die alone? Di ba? We would want to be near our loved ones. And of course, like I said, maingat ako dun sa pagtatayo ng physical facility niyan, but the reality is you need that physical facility. So kung mapunta ka man doon at malayo yan sa hometown mo, until nakapagpatayo tayo or napaganda natin yung mga regional hospitals and their own geriatric wards or geriatric departments, then I want them to be able to have a facility for their loved ones to, if not just visit, but also stay. So isama ho natin yan sa wish list natin.
Very well noted, Mr. President, Your Honor, this matter of nearby or accessible dorms, kung hindi man sa ilalim din ng direct supervision ng Department of Health, at least maybe some
Maybe
kind of
DSWD
referral
can
system
have
nearby.
something like that.
Opo.
Or
Or lalo na in cooperation sa local health board
yes.
or yung LGU na magkaroon ng ganyang ding referral system for the family or even friends who would accompany the patient kapag inpatient services ang avail niya. And salamat dun sa halimbawa, Mr. President, Your Honor, tungkol dun sa isang modelo sa United States, napaiisip tuloy tayo na we could also explore public-private partnerships if the
definitely.
DOH would be open to that, lalo na kapag isinusulong na itong mga purposes and objectives ng PGC sa iba't ibang rehiyon ng ating bansa, Mr. President.
Yes. So siguro, Mr. President, hanggang dito na lang muna ako kasi these are just some thoughts that I have, some initial observations. Again, I thank the sponsor kasi maganda talaga yung layunin na to. And at the proper time, we will make our amendments, but at least na paalam na natin sa sponsor yung direksyon ng ating mga amendments, Mr. President.
Maraming salamat, Mr. President, at maraming salamat po, Your Honor. I'll be eagerly awaiting those proposed amendments.
Surely the leader. Thank you, Mr. President. Before I,
This village has an inexhaustible supply of gold, so every household is
before we suspend the measure, Mr. President. Senator Robin Padilla. We suspend. Mr. President, I move that before we suspend, I move that we, of course, with the consent of the body, that there is a related measure, so I move that we include the Senate Bill number 1500 or 1500 titled Geriatric Act, Health Act of Senator Villar to be included in the Committee Report 13 for the body's reference and consideration. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion's approved.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move to suspend consideration of the measure.